Hey everybody, there's a lot going on today. This is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv, and there's so much. There are a lot of articles that I couldn't even get to. So let's just get to the ones that I am talking about right now. So you have Book of Meme. Remember I told you yesterday that Book of Meme came out and it was almost immediately listed by Binance. And that made a lot of people scratch their heads, including me, because how do you get listed in a day? Like, what did you do to get listed? And remember, I also said that this is following Binance's supposed revamp of their listing process. So I don't know. You want to know what else made people scratch their head? Well, somebody yanked out $2.3 million worth of SOL to purchase Book of Meme. And then Book of Meme got listed by Binance. See what I mean? So that sounds kind of shaky to me. So for people that are looking at how Solana is popping up all over the place, you first have to understand how these meme coins work. The way the meme coins work is you have to purchase Solana to purchase the memes. Makes sense, right? Well, if you're purchasing Solana, that makes the price go high, right? So I'm not saying that they're bogus transactions, but, is that somebody really using the platform? So this is why Solana is, blowing up all over the place. And people are saying, well, how come Ethereum isn't blowing up? Well, Ethereum doesn't support memes in that way. And they're not a really big meme chain. They're really more of a get business done kind of blockchain. But, for me, I'm sitting back and I'm looking at everything that, all the controversy that's going on around Book of Meme. And it really does make me scratch my head. Again, I still want to know, how did Book of Meme get listed so quickly on Binance and turn around and get listed by Kucoin? And I just sit there and just kind of go, how? I have a lot of questions, and I hope that we find out a lot of answers, because that's a really big problem. And then who made all that money? Was it the $2.3 million acquisition of, Book of Meme, BOME, BOME, that did it? I don't know. But that's big movement. I mean, to reach over $1.3 billion in market cap in a heartbeat. So a lot of people are wondering, well, was there a lot of insider knowledge about Book of Meme that drew you there? Because there wasn't, from what I saw, there wasn't a lot of, murmur about Book of Meme. So basically out of nowhere? Really? Yeah. Which is why I tell people, you can make a lot of money off of memes, and I'm not mad about that. I'm worried that some people will get into the meme and then not know how to deal with the massive sways, maybe get their timing wrong, right? They see it shoot up and that's when they buy in instead of waiting for it to drop and buy in there. You could have made big money off of, Pepe, off of just a few of them. I'm trying to think of a few names that come to mind. Bonk. You could have made money off of that. Dog with Hat. You could have made money off of that strategy. Not really all that hard. They shoot up real quick. There's always profit taking. They shoot up real quick. There's always profit taking. The question is, how much did they shoot up and how much did they go back down? And you can see how you can play that ping pong kind of deal. You're never going to be able to call the top. You're never going to be able to call the bottom. But you can set limits and you can start to see, I can see where that's happening and maybe I should get in here as opposed to here. And you see how that plays out. But Book of Meme is really making a lot of people scratch their head. It's just crazy. And Kucoin coming in right on top of that, I think that's more of just Binance did it. You know what I mean? I think that's more about what it is. Then you have Coinbase. Coinbase had some transaction delay problems. So everybody's wondering, how did Solana shoot up over the past couple of days? Well, yesterday they had Coinbase had transaction delay problems, and so that created a surge. And now you have Solana that's ahead of BNB, BNB chain, and you sit there and you're kind of like, wow. Now, Solana is still, what, $50, a little less than $50 off their all-time high. So you know they're going to get there, right? But I don't think they're going to get there now. I don't think it's going to get there now. You know what I mean? I think you're going to see it go. You see it go up. Like I'm seeing my bag go up, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should shave a little bit of profit off of that, right? So that way, when it does come back down, I can buy back in at the lower level and keep playing that game all the way up. That's just kind of how I look at it. But for right now, it's really, really hot. It's really, really hot and is being driven by their memes. I have no issue with the actual traffic that's going on. I would just like to see kind of real transactions and not kind of bloated transactions. These are people FOMOing into memes and things like that. I want to see like people leveraging NFTs or making purchases of some sort, something like that. Something a little bit more substantive than just, I'm just buying some meme coins. Just saying. And that goes back to my argument about, adoption. Just saying, it's a big deal to me. Then you have Charles Hoskinson talking about Cardano, and he's like, listen, with regard to the Cardano ecosystem, it's a very big deal to have partner chains. And I sat back and I thought about this, and I was like, for Cardano, that is kind of a big deal, and it's a smart move. So one of the moves they did was they created a partner chain with World Mobile. World Mobile is looking to create or has created a mobile communication service based on blockchain. And I'm sitting there, I'm kind of going, that's actually really cool. Because if you think about it, if you're going to do something like that, you need to be on a network that is fast, reliable, secure. Cardano is mad fast, mad reliable, mad secure. So that's why I kind of sit there and like, so from a technology perspective, this is why I like Cardano. I'm not a big fan of Cardano because of, it's got a cool name or, it's just something. No, I like Cardano because it's fast, it's secure, and just how the teams operate on Cardano. Look into its uptime. Look into Cardano's uptime. Look into how they manage their technology. They don't do things fast. They take a very calculated and pragmatic approach to everything that they do. Everything. That's why I'm a big fan of Cardano. That's really why. Because I'm one of those people that I'm not worried about, so much of what's going on here and now. I'm worried more about what happens when day-to-day transactions kick in. I go to the grocery store and I buy groceries. Which coin am I going to use to pay for those groceries? Is it going to be Bitcoin? I doubt it. Which means it has to be another coin that could move as fast as credit cards. And there are a few coins out there that can do it. Right? I think Cardano can do it. I think Matic can do it. I think Solana can do it. Cardano, Solana. There are a few coins out there that can definitely handle those day-to-day transactions that mimic kind of credit cards. Credit cards do not move as fast as you think they move. You think that you go to the counter, you pay with your credit card, and big bang boom, the transaction's done. It's not. There's another 30 to 90 days that transaction has to go through before it's actually done. Right? Before that store can actually know that we've got the money, we're keeping the money, and that's it. That you didn't walk into my store, buy something, walk outside, and then dispute the charge. See what I mean? So there are a lot of things, and even just the length of time that a natural process takes. Now you understand why MasterCard and Visa are trying to get in on this space. They have to weasel their way into that because a cryptocurrency transaction happens like that. Maybe a couple of minutes, maybe depending on, time of day, whatever, but that transaction's happening fairly quickly. when I look at the real-time credit card transaction time and the real-time crypto transaction time, there are cryptos out there that move fast. XLM moves fast. XRP moves fast. There are a lot of Hedera moves fast. Hashgraph, and that's what we're looking for. So I'm looking for that next level participation where we're, like I said, walk into a store and just boop, I'm paying with crypto the same way I can pay with cash. That's really what I'm looking for. I can't overspend because that's my account. Can't overspend. It's sort of like cash. Can't overspend what's in my pocket. So I think it's really cool that these chains are doing those kinds of things. But it's really crazy that Coinbase's delay of transactions helped to boost it up, helped to boost up Solana. It's crazy that Solana got boosted up by meme coins. And some people say that's good. Some people say that's bad. I'm kind of in between. I don't think it's bad. I'm just looking for more substance to the transactions, right? Because I'm looking for those kinds of transactions that point me in a direction of adoption. That's actually what I'm looking for. And then there was this hack about, what was it, $3 million from Remelia and Milady NFT collections. 3 mil. What platform were you on? What were you doing? How'd they get to those assets? Every time I hear about, somebody being hacked or some kind of a phishing attack that leads to a significant amount, meaning for me, above $1 million, most likely several, that leads to that. What happened? What transpired? What are the real notes behind it? So I'm waiting to see what actually comes out from that. But Krishna Okenhandyar, it's Okenhandyar, actually said that, they were hacked. It's a massive attack, and it resulted in, a lot of crypto assets being snatched. And I'm just like, oops, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And you know what? I didn't do this today. See that? I didn't put that up. My bad. It's got to come down, because you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. That's what we should do. So let's scoot on over. All right. So looking at the numbers, let me refresh this screen real quick, because it's been like 10 minutes or so since I actually refreshed the screen. Refresh the numbers that are here. There you go. Let's make all the columns wide enough. Boom. So on the downside, your downside stops right here, because I have that 5% rule. My 5% rule is I'm not really paying attention to you, if you're only moving 5%. To me, that's a simple change. It's not a big deal. It's the bigger sway above 5% in either direction, or the combination thereof, across positive, negative movement. Right. So Book of Meme down 22%. In the past 24 hours, down 22%. And I wonder if it's because everybody's starting to scratch their head to say, hey, was there insider trading or insider information shared? And that's why that secret wallet of $2.3 million worth of Solana was used to purchase some BOME. So I don't know. So I'm waiting to hear what comes back off of that one. So that's actually a big note to have. Anybody else I'm paying attention to? Floki's down 6%. Not a big move. I think that's just shaving some profit. If you look on the positive side, you can see that there are a lot of coins going positive. Theta Network is positive by 8%. Pith Network positive 8%. Solana positive 9% over the past, like I said, 24 hours. That's a big jump. Who else am I paying attention to? Render is up 10%. Sui's up 10%. Don't know who they are. Jito is up 11%. Let's see who else. Dog with Hat up 13%. These are some nice moves by some nice names. There's nothing else except for Avalanche up 11%. Thought I missed that, right? Yeah, no, I didn't miss that. Is there anything else on here that I'm actually paying attention to? No, none of these names actually even seem remotely familiar. But that's cool. It is what it is. But we should be paying attention. I try to pay attention to things that are above the 1 billion mark, and I make note of things that are above the 500 million mark, right? And beneath that, it's probably going to be 1 million to see, like what's new, what's coming, that kind of thing. And then this week, nobody's paying attention to anything except for Wednesday. Why? Because that's when the FOMC meets. That's when they say they're going to up or, they're going to increase or decrease the interest rates. I don't think anything's moving right now. Truthfully, I think that everybody's just going to be upset. There's going to be a delay, and that's when I'm expecting the market to take a hit, because it'll be a confirmation that there's going to be a delay into any kind of decrease in the interest rates, and that will also affect crypto. Sorry to say that, but that's what I'm looking at this week. But so I'm expecting that, we'll just continue the way we're going. Fear and Greed Index is at 77. DeFi Llama, we're down from the 130 and change down to 123 and change. We're still above 100. We're still above 120. We're still above $123 billion in total value locked. So there is still high interest in the space. I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. Now, I used to have the lines over here. That was more for me to figure out like what kind of direction we were going. And you can tell that we're still in a kind of lateral direction. So remember when we blew past my blue band right here, right? We blew past that blue band, and now we're in between the blue and the green band. And if you notice, we're still making lateral moves. We went up a little bit above, and then we came right back down and to settle back down into this band. I'm wondering if we're going to move lateral for the next week or so. Just because of just looking at the numbers and everything, there could be a couple of things that can make us go up. There really could be. I don't think there are things that make us go down. And the reason why, as I say, is look, you look at this drop right here, and you look at this drop right here. Don't they look similar? Don't they look a tad similar? And then you kind of eke way up real slow, real quiet, $1,000 a day, things like that. And so here's this drop, and you're just moving laterally. And I'm just sitting back, and I'm kind of going, yeah, we'll probably get above that 69,355, that 70,000 mark, about there. It'll kind of eke up, I think, until people start to wake up and go, holy moly, we only have a few more days left for the halving event. It's only 33 days out. See that? It's approximately only 33 days out. And people are freaking. People are losing their minds, but this is what the chart looks like. I'm not losing my mind. I'm not even close. I'm enjoying the dip. Thank you. That's what I'm doing. I hope you're doing the same. Now, I hope you're also applying, these thought processes that I'm sharing with you against other coins, right? Looking at the big picture, you can see who's up, who's down. WIF is up big, mostly green around, but you can see there's big opportunity with Ethereum because it's below the 4,000 mark that we hit. There's big opportunity with Bitcoin because it's below the 73,000, that we hit. Solana's up to 209. It's only $41 off its all-time high. Just saying. You need what? 20%? A 20% move? That could happen. But it's going to be why. And it's been happening really, really hot, really, really fast. So I'm expecting a big pullback. I'm expecting big money to be taken off the table right there. And people are going to ask why. I gave you the example of how to look at two different coins and see how they compare to each other. Now, if you've been holding on to a Solana bag and you're holding on to a Bitcoin bag, well, Solana shot up percentage-wise. Solana shot up, right? So you could shave some of that to go buy the lower-priced Bitcoin. You could do that because mathematically, you actually wind up making more money. Just saying, that's an opportunity. That's what I'm looking at, is I could take some off the table from Solana and go put that into Bitcoin, since Bitcoin is down and Solana is up. Just saying. So that's how I look at things sometimes, to see, well, where's my value? Where's my value? And then you start to understand why Wall Street pays for these big applications to run all of these numbers, because each time you run those numbers, that's a different scenario. And they run millions of scenarios per day. Per day. And they save that data, and they look at it, and they analyze it. That's what they're doing all the time. I'm just doing it a little bit. I'm saying, give me this, compare those two, and tell me what you think. And I can look across, the top X, coins, or say, out of this set of coins, tell me how things are moving. That's a massive data crunch right there. Massive. So Moshe, a bag is basically the what holds your money, right? So it's just nothing more than a money bag. Virtual, physical, it's just a money bag. So that money bag is how much you're putting in for a particular kind of digital asset or asset, whatever, right? Real estate, your store, just whatever. Just that's your bag. What are you putting into the bag? What are you taking out of the bag? There's your definition of bag. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I really hope you like what I'm doing. We've hit a couple of milestones, and I want to thank you very much. We hit the 3,000 public view hours milestone with YouTube. We're now an official YouTube partner. We've just finished the final review of the book. That will be going to print no later than tomorrow. Technically, I can send it out today. Excuse me, but I just wanted to let it rest for a minute and then review it just one last time, and then the book actually goes out. And on the heels of the book, we've just finished integrating our learning management system into Rebel Reach, our hosting program, which means that the classes are also going to go up. Well, the first class is about to go up, sorry. And the book comes with the class. Tell me that's not hot. Also, I have an opinion. Oh, I don't have an opinion. I have a question. What do you guys think about me going live? Tell me your thoughts and opinions. Drop me a note. If you have other suggestions on how I can make things better for you, please let me know. This is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Don't forget to go online and look at all the articles that are there. We're covering stocks, all kinds of things, including crypto. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.